So this is the geocaching website, the homepage, and the address is geocaching.com. And this is a really cool video that I want you to watch. What is geocaching? It's only 75 seconds long. Um, it'll really introduce you to how to play the game, and it's really helpful for beginners. But I want you to watch this background of the video that runs in a loop with me because it shows the different geocaches that you could run into, and that's what makes it so fun is the geocaches can be different every time you go out depending on the research you do to see what the geocache is before you go out to look for it. And that's what I try to do because it just makes it funner and you're prepared when you get there. So she's going to pull this Tupperware container out of this tree. The Tupperware's common. She's lowering this rope with this chair with the Tupperware on it. He's pulling the string out of this grate in the downtown busy city. This is a bowl under a park bench. This is a film container with a spring under this wall thing that she found. This is a waterproof container with a toy collectible and a log. And this is a fake rock he's going to grab behind here you can barely see. So these are common Tupperware containers. I found those a lot. I've never found one like this on a chair that you lower. I found something similar to this, and that's a bison tube. And I found a bolt once. And the film containers, you find those a lot, but not usually like this. That's really cool how they had that. Waterproof containers are really expensive, so you rarely find those unless somebody puts it in water replaced. Fake rock, I've only found one of those. So I just wanted you to see what kind of geocaches there are. And this statement, join the world's largest treasure hunt, really sums it up nicely because it is a treasure hunt. Okay, so this is my homepage. You can see the Mash Cache Caper here, basic. So I'm a basic member. It's a free account. Anybody can sign up for one. So I'm going to stay basic just for the kiddos because you don't have to pay to have fun with this game. These are the pictures that I picked for my profile, and you can change them out really simply just by clicking those buttons, and I'll show you another way to do it through settings. But let's start at the top under play. You can search for geocaches. You can view them on a map and kind of make it smaller to be kind of see what's closer to your location. You can click this and log it by entering the geocaching code if you were to just write it down. This is if you want to hide a geocache. I recommend you come here and click this and then watch the video on how to do that. And they recommend that you find many geocaches before you try to do a hide because you don't really get to see the variety and the different ways people create what it looks like, how to camouflage it, different things, and you really get a sense of that the more you find and pick up the good habits of another geocacher because the best ones are the ones that are clean and maintenanced and their log is not just out getting wet. So all those things are important, and so I didn't do a hide until after I found 100 geocaches just because I had heard that that was recommended, and so I wanted to do that, and I think it really helped me. Cache owner dashboard is also, if you have a hide, you could just go here and see what's going on with your hide. Sometimes people put needs maintenance or they didn't find it, and so this is where you can go and look at that. Lists are for premium members. Trackables, I click this when I want to log a trackable just because it automatically comes up and you just enter your code and it takes you to how to activate it. Geo tours, those look really fun. I mean, I've only started one. I haven't finished it because it's spread out over a huge town and so many miles. And so what they are is a bunch of geocaches in one town. And once you find all of them off of the printout, you usually have to print out a page and check off what you're doing and do different things if you want to for points. And you get a special souvenir or geocoin once you complete it and submit it to um, whoever's created that. So those look really fun, and I haven't even completed one, but I really want to because I have two that are close to me that I could do. So maybe we can do that together eventually. I haven't used pocket queries. Drafts are like I was telling y'all about with the game. You start a log, but you don't finish it and submit it until later. And then I don't know how this is different from the map up there, but that's what's under play. And then community, I don't go under this. I don't use that tab at all. Shop. So if you want to go to the store and you're in the USA, you would click that. If not, you click one of the other ones. So that is what is in the top tabs. But here, these, you can expand this and see all the geocaches you've viewed recently, and then all the activity logs you've done, or um, what you've wrote about trackables and things like that. That'll all be under activity. And nearby events, this is where you find an event. um, Megas and Gigas are by headquarters, and they're supposed to be really cool. I haven't got a chance to attend one yet because I'm too new, and they've canceled them all because of COVID. So there's no events like that right now. There are some local events I've seen posts near me that are just local geocachers getting together, but I'm not going to attend any events until after COVID. And I would just change this to say 10, 20 miles so that it narrows it down to what's closer to your location. So now let's go down over here. These are the two games that headquarters put out this year, and Memory Lane was first, so I'm going to click that. And you can see I'm already done. Congratulations, you completed it. So this is how many points I have, and I don't know. Can't remember what the scoring was about or anything like that, so I didn't really care for this game. But give it a try because it's going through January of 2021 if you set up an account before then. It's still got 41 days, this many hours, and this many minutes left. So this is what the game board looks like, and the little peg that's at the end was go through the board as you got points, and it would stop at these stars. And it wasn't interactive. I mean, the little pawn didn't hop and laugh and smile or nothing. They could have done graphics, and I don't know. I didn't really care for it, so I wasn't really paying attention, and you could barely see where your pawn was. But that was the first game for this year. And then the second one, I always click my picture to get back to my home page, by the way. Wonders of the World. This one was cool. It's not my favorite game they've put out. My favorite one so far is Mystery at the Museum. That one was really fun. But this one is similar to it. And it started in August of this year. And you can click how to play and search for geocaches that have them in them by clicking that. And so you got to find these modern 7 first, and then you're able to start logging the ancient 7. So you can see I found 7 out of 7 out of both, and I have the check marks there. And then your plane flies through as well, and it says complete. So that's how you know I'm done. But these are the 7 modern, and you got to have all of these before you can get credit for these. So I kind of had a workaround that I figured out. If I had already found this one, and I had already found it like 2 or 3 times, and it had one of these in it, I just created a draft and didn't complete it until after I got all my 7 moderns, and then I got credit for the ancient, that second one that was in that geocache. um, because if you log it as soon as you're there and it only had this on it and you hadn't finished them all, this wouldn't open up, so you wouldn't get the credit for the second part. You would have to find a geocache later that had it in it. But I just did the drafts, so I don't really think it was cheating. It was like my little workaround. But let me know if you have more questions about that. And then it says, congratulations, you successfully fulfilled your passport. So you would get like stamps in your passport is what they were trying to do, replicate a real passport. And I recommend you play it because they're going to continue it in 2021. They're going to do it again, is what they're saying. And so you might as well familiarize yourself with it. And you can search for those there with that button. And then this explains it and how to play. And then it shows people posting photos of them playing. So that is that game. And then statistics, I've only looked at that one time. I don't really care about my statistics. I'm not like obsessed with that like some geocachers. Souvenirs. So you get souvenirs for playing those games. Here's the ancient, the modern is down here, and the passport completion is down there. And then these are the memory lane ones. And then this is for a specific anniversary date. You had to find one on that date, and that was Blue Switch Day. And that's what created geocaching, is when they flipped the blue switch. And so you can kind of research that if you want. And then International Earth Cache Day, you had to find an Earth cache on that weekend. And so that was recent, and I earned that souvenir for doing that. So they're always putting out stuff, headquarters, and that adds another level of fun to the game, I feel like. I'm sure some people don't care to play that, but it's up to each individual. That's why I love geocaching. It's not the same for everybody. Leaderboard, I don't ever go there. I don't care about leaderboard. List is for premium members. Geocaches. So recently viewed, you can go there and see if you want to go back and look at one that you've looked at or edit your log. You do that here. So you have to come to the website to edit logs. You can't do it in the geocaching app. So if you noticed a spelling error, I've done that before. I come back and edit it through here. Drafts, that's what I was telling you about when I played the game. I created some drafts, so I would come here to finish them. This is if you own a cache that you've hid for other people to find. So I want to do a hide with y'all in another episode, and we will go through that together. But there are some people that start out geocaching and then they just want to do hides. They find it really addicting, and they stop finding geocaches and they just do hides. They said, I'm a hider, I'm not a finder. And some people are like, I'm just a finder. I don't have any interest in doing hides. So again, everybody could do whatever they want. It's so cool. Trackables. So owned trackables are ones that I actually have purchased and activated. Inventory includes if you've picked up another trackable and it belongs to somebody else, it'll show all of your trackables in that section. And then these are the logs that you create. You can go through and look through there, and I don't know how collection is different from owned, but I'm going to show you owned trackables. So y'all saw me get that 20 years of geocaching micro geocoin in a cache crate, and then I also got a memory lane tag in a cache crate. So those are my new ones, and then I had just gotten these recently as well, and the reason you can tell is because I haven't taken them anywhere. They have 0 miles traveled on them. So now that I've shown y'all this, I will start taking them out geocaching with me, and they will start getting miles on them. And then under this you have settings, help, and sign out. So let's go in settings before we finish. And this is where I was telling y'all where you can also change your picture, your profile picture. And since I didn't have one on that home screen before, I came here and I chose what I wanted to do for my profile and what I wanted to do behind it as a dashboard cover photo. And this is where you can change your username. And so it took me a while to figure out what username I wanted to use. So that's where you put that, and then you can put your home location here, and then it wants to ask, can you write a little bit about you? And I just put, I want others to learn and love geocaching like me. And then you can add this other stuff and save it, change it if you want. But that's the basics of the profiles. You can change your password when you want to, add a home location, email preferences, authorizations. I don't know what that is. Cookies haven't gone there. Membership, you can also go through here if you want to add the premium membership, and then preferences. So I always click my picture again to get back to my home screen, and that's the basics of it, y'all. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, bye. Okay, for my parents who are homeschooling your kiddos, you can link geocaching to their education, and um, it'll explain how to do that through an article that geocaching sent to me through my email. And I wanted to show y'all how to find that article. You would go to your community tab and click blog, and then you would click the search button and type in geocaching for homeschoolers and hit enter, and you get the article. And it's a great article because it explains how geocaching can be um, linked to science, writing, physical education, reading comprehension, and even fine motor skills. So to view the full article, click continue reading, and then you scroll down, read the article. But these 5 subjects are easily tied to geocaching: geometry, writing, reading comprehension, physical education, and fine motor skills. And since you're the teacher, I mean, what better way to say, hey kids, let's go do PE. Let's go geocaching. And boy, would they love PE then. I'm telling you, I would have loved PE if I could have gotten geocaching, because you're getting exercise, you're walking, you're seeing different places. It's just a great activity to do with your kids. And there's other links down here, and I highly recommend this article. So let me know how you like it. Okay, bye.